Great Scott! We're back online! Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to another live stream. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. Yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys some updates of what's been happening for the channel and what's been going on in terms of where I've been and why there hasn't been that much content lately. But I figured I'd we get started on all this shit. So I'll just wait for you guys to show up. We'll get some comments going. We already got one person watching. We already got one listener. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so we're just gonna give you guys updates of what's been happening on the channel and so on. So wow, we got 3 now. All right, if you're here, just say hi. It's all cool, fine, dandy. Hi, Eating Extra Dinosaur 101 Brewer. How you doing? Wow, we got a lot of people. Hey, Bob. Hey, Gavin. It's good to see you. All right, so I guess we'll get started. So there are a few updates of what's happening with the channel right now. The reason you haven't seen that much new content or Let's Talks or any reviews or anything is because, like, I've been super busy the last 2 months. It's interesting because, like, I've had to go through a lot of events and everything lately. Just recently, I just quit my job at the pizza joint that I've been working at for 4 years, and the reason I took the job was because to pay off the budget for Kong. But now that that's done, it's more like disposable income. I've essentially quit that job, and now I'm moving on to officially making YouTube my job now, and trying to make that into a career. And I've got all this other stuff coming up and so on. So yeah, it's just kind of good to finally try to get back into the game a little more after a few months hiatus in terms of new content. So, all right, who do we got here? Hi, Oscar. Hi, Melakun. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Hey, Camper, good to see you. CJ, hi, Bob. But anyway, so I've essentially had to quit my job. I'm essentially making YouTube my job. And one of the first things I do want to mention, guys, is that we have now opened or kind of reset our Patreon. And if you guys, you probably know at this point what Patreon is. And essentially, it's just more of a thing to have in case anybody wants to support the channel and wants to support our content and help make our content a little bit bigger and everything. A few things I want to tell you guys of what in terms of the goals and rewards are on our Patreon. I'll tell you the goals first. The goal so far right now is to raise about $200, and that's going to go towards basically marketing our channel because we want to start going to a lot of conventions and so on, having a dealer's room and everything. Things we want to get is a vinyl banner, and we also want to get some more business cards because I'm actually running out of business cards, which is hysterical. And basically, yeah, we want to raise about $200, and I could probably get that all done, no sweat. But I'll let you guys know about some of the rewards that are happening. So if you guys want to support our Patreon account, if you donate $2 a month, you'll be getting credits on all of our reviews and a lot of our reviews and everything. You'll be getting those, and then if you donate $5, you get that. Plus, you get a request for a review for opening night. If you want us to watch a movie or go see a movie, we'll go see it, and then we'll do an opening night on it, a review on it, so kind of our first impressions. And if you donate $15 a month, you will get all of the above, plus you will get a DVD of King Kong signed personally by me, and I think I'll also add a letter of appreciation and everything for you guys. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, we'll give you guys a DVD, and we'll also give you credit, and you'll get requests and everything. So we are trying to get our Patreon going and make it so we can actually do some new stuff and put out better content for you guys. So that's one of the first updates I thought I'd give out. The second update I want to give you guys on is I've been kind of buying a lot of new tech and a lot of new cameras and equipment for projects because I don't have the camera on me, but the camera we used to shoot Kong, which was a Sony 720 Handycam, it essentially died. And I eventually moved on to this Sony Handycam, which is I bought this for about like $150 at a pawn shop. And that's the thing, if you guys want cameras, pawn shops are the best place to go. So bought this one. It's done me pretty well, but it's already starting to show its age. Like, it's sort of cracking on the fucking bottom, but it still works fine. But just recently, I picked up this bad boy. This is a Sony HD ADC HD Handycam. This one has 10.2 megapixels, and it's interesting because, like, one of the people I've actually been going to ask for advice on cameras and everything is actually Doug Walker, aka Nostalgia Critic. He's been a huge helper in helping me find some of the best essentially equipment to use. And he told me, because I told him I bought this camera, and he said this is the exact same camera they had used in To Boldly Flee. And if you guys want to go see To Boldly Flee, I think it's on YouTube, you can find it there. But this is kind of the same cameras they actually used. Now, this thing has a wide-angle lens, it has a light fixture, it has night vision, it has a mic attachment, which, thank God, because for my next big film project, I need a mic attachment to get better audio. So we're going to try to find another one of these, but these are going to be our new cameras, essentially, for videos. And we actually shot, the next review has been shot on this camera, and it looks amazing. It looks amazing. So I figured that. I've also been buying, like, a lot of Halloween stuff, because it's my time of year to buy props and so on to projects and everything. So yeah, I know, Doug and everything. All right, let's see. I just want to read some comments here, but yeah, I've just been buying makeup, Halloween makeup stuff, costumes, everything, because this is the time of year to do that for later projects. So I'm just gonna swing through some comments here. So let's just see what we got. Wow, we already got a fuckload of comments. Holy shit. Attack on Titan. Everybody butchers it on the first try. We are getting it. Yeah, it's interesting with the Jurassic World trailer. You guys will definitely get a reaction video to that once it comes out. But the funny thing is that I originally thought it was coming out this month. Turns out we're getting the trailer right in front of Star Wars The Last Jedi. Now, funny enough, me and my buddies are going to be going down to see the movie at midnight at the Scotiabank Theater in Toronto. And we are going to be doing, obviously, an opening night for that. And they said they're going to put the trailer in, so I'm wondering if I'm going to either see it online first or if I'm going to see it in the theater first. Because if that's the case, that's going to be tough to do an actual reaction video to that, because I'm looking forward to that trailer. So that's the thing with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. No, I have not. I was, I think I was like 9 years old when 9/11 happened, so I never got to experience that shit. All right. Have you ever heard? You know what? Thor 3, I've wanted to see. I haven't had time to see many movies. I haven't even seen it yet. So and even though I've got my friends wanting to see it and everything. Thank you, DM me. It's really appreciated and enjoy and support our channel. Love your content videos. Thank you, CJ. What's your favorite Rosario Vampire episode? It's interesting because I have reviewed it before, but I might re-review it at some point. I actually really enjoy the first episode. I think because it's just a solid, very quick story, and it eventually leads to the show we know and love. So that's my favorite episode. I always go back to the first one. Are you excited for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Fuck yeah, I am. That's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be really good. I don't have a Patreon. Love your. Thank you for liking the fan film. Actually, I do want to give you guys an update on that. But I'll explain that in a sec. Have you ever watched Van Helsing? You know what, Jared? I have been wanting to watch the Van Helsing movie for a long-ass time. I gotta find a copy. Every copy I find is in terrible condition. So at some point, I do want to watch that film because I hear, like, okay things about it. I don't watch Attack on Titan, really. I don't watch Attack on Titan. Sorry. The King Kong kid. Actually, it's funny because CJ, I've been called multiple times the King Kong guy on YouTube, which I think is hysterical. The Legend of the Lone Ranger movie from the 80s. The thing is, I'm not the biggest Lone Ranger fan. The closest I've seen was that flop, which was the Disney film, and the only thing I really remember about it was like the whole train scene, which was amazing. King Kong is an Attack on Titan, really? If there's a clip of that, send that to me for sure. I heard it was TD Camper. The reason Raquel Weisz wasn't in The Mummy, I thought it was because she didn't like the script. She thought it was fucking terrible, but I haven't heard that before. Yeah, Indiana Bones, no problem. I've actually want to just point out I've really enjoyed your content in terms of your reviews. I like the style that it is, where you don't necessarily show clips, you show images, and you still get the point across. So, yeah, and I hope you don't mind me sharing your videos because I now consider you kind of part of my whole kind of review-averse group, essentially. So I love to share content for people who I think deservedly need that attention. So don't mind me doing that. So yeah, you're one of us, man, which is cool. So thoughts on your okay, the Jumanji movie, Oscar. Oh my god, I have very mixed feelings about that. I love the first Jumanji movie. It is a classic, practical effects. Robin Williams, fucking the Hunter guy's amazing. The score is hauntingly incredible. Here's the thing: they're saying it's a sequel, but it looks more like a reboot. And honestly, if it's a sequel, I don't mind. But here's my biggest problem: how the fuck did the board game go? How did we go from the board game to a crappy ripoff of a ColecoVision? No, it's not even a ColecoVision. It's one of those stupid plug-and-play game systems. How did we go from board game to that? How did the powers basically fucking, transfer over? If they don't explain that, then I have no faith in this fucking movie. And it'll suck from there. Like, that's the thing. So if they don't explain that one little crucial continuity detail, if this is a sequel, then I'm out. I won't watch it. So I'm very mixed on the Jumanji reboot. Decade I prefer 70s, 80s, and 90s. The 70s and the 90s. It's well, okay, that's tough actually. 70s for its cinema, the 80s for its music, and the 90s for its cool kid stuff that I grew up with. The 2000s I could give a shit less. I've seen a lot of the toys for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom that Mattel is doing, which I'm excited for. Do I like the Hulk? Yeah, I think the Hulk is really cool. Commonwealth in 2020. Fuck yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I heard of PT Boomer. I'm actually really curious to see that alternate cut of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. I'm not too sure, Jared. I'll have to get back to you on that because my next talk will be on live action anime adaptations and how it can work. So at some point I will talk about that. Gavin, my favorite Zorro movie, yes, is the 1975 film. That is an incredible film. I think Mask of Zorro is kind of second best, but I've always loved that Alain Delon film, which you guys should look up. Zorro 1975, you can find it on YouTube. Great film. Great fucking film. Let's see here. Can you do Godzilla? I've gotten that a lot, CJ, being asked to do Godzilla, but I really don't have the time and energy to do it right now. Although I think at some point I do want to do my top 10 personal favorite Godzilla films, and I've got somebody kind of already doing that. So, Woody Harrelson as Lex Luthor? Nah, I don't see that. I would have preferred Bryan Cranston. Or no, Bryan Cranston or fuck. I'm trying to think who else could be a good Lex Luthor. Not too sure. I'll get back to you on that. To grow up with such Johnson. I've heard the toy, but I never grew up with it. I am not. There's no plans to do a Godzilla fan film at this point. Top 5 favorite Kong monsters. That's a possibility. I'll actually want to very quickly do a couple more updates. So we know about the camera, we know about the tech, we know about all that stuff. But a few updates on the channel. So November is going to be kind of a busy schedule because I am trying to get back into the game of putting out more videos for you guys. I'm currently working on some more storyboard animatics for Kong. I'm currently I am planning a Let's Talk, and I am planning a few things coming up. But yeah, be sure, guys, if you guys saw my trailer for the next review, which is going to be premiering November 12th on Sunday, so a week Sunday, I'll just tell you what it is. It is the top 10 timeless Back to the Future moments. It's essentially me reviewing all 3 films in the trilogy but also giving like my personal top 10 favorite moments from the entire series and the entire trilogy as a whole. So definitely look forward to that. That video has been in the works for 2 months now, and stay tuned for the ending because you're going to be blown away with what we were able to accomplish production-wise. So definitely look forward to that. But however, if you guys go to our Patreon account right now and you guys support us, you can catch it early. You can catch it super early, and you can watch it now. And there'll be a link to that on my Patreon if you want to go support us. So that's coming out. And then I'm also currently working on the season finale for the Kong reviews this year. Well, it's essentially the season finale to BigJackFilms reviews as a whole, because I've now kind of condensed the Kong reviews and the BigJackFilms reviews are kind of in the same canon universe. So this is essentially the season finale to season 4 or season 3, as I would put it. And then I'm going to take about 2 months off in January, February to work heavily on season 4. And so on. But that's one of the biggest updates is you're going to be getting basically 2 more reviews this year. You're going to be getting the top 10 Back to the Future moments, and you're going to be getting the season finale of the Kong reviews, which will be a review of Kong, King of the Apes. And oh boy, it's not pleasant. It is not a pleasant experience to watch. So definitely look forward to those. And I will give you also an update of what's happening in 2018. But first, before I get to that, I'm jumping into myself. I do want to mention what's happening in November. Another thing that's happening in November, this month is November 20th, will be my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. I have been on YouTube for officially 10 years. And in that time, I have really grown in terms of my filmmaking style and in terms of my my abilities. Because like before, I used to make, if you go back to my old channel, I used to make really shitty Lego movies on like a Lego Studios camera, which was fucking awful. So, but I am not very fond of my old work, although I am more fond of everything up to the Lego reenactments. Those, I think, still hold up today. And, but yeah, I used to just start off doing Lego videos, and now that I've moved on to this, essentially what we're going to be doing, you're going to be getting 2 major things happening in on November 20th. The first thing I'm going to be planning to do, I don't know how I'm going to do it, is it's a little special trio. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's kind of a whole revelation of the past 10 years of being on YouTube. And it deals with this one thing, this one little thing that's over almost 20 years old, and I'm going to be talking about it. The other change you're going to be getting is we're basically going to be doing a huge move, a huge shift in the channels, because the BigJackFilms bonus channel will be the official BigJackFilms channel. It will be the new official BigJackFilms channel starting November 20th, which also means that a lot of our content from our original channel is going to be moved over weekly to this channel. So you're going to be seeing a lot of re-uploads, but some of them are going to be actually fixed up and remastered. And one of the things you will definitely see is on the original channel, a lot of our content is going to slowly go away from that channel and move here. One of which is the Kong review, or not the Kong review, the Kong fan film. Now, what does that mean? It essentially means the fan film will be going away for a while. And the reason that is because, one, I'm not ultimately happy with the final product, because the only thing that's really missing is the original score. And going back and looking at it again, I wasn't happy with the sound, and I wasn't happy with some of the picture quality. And now, at the current time, I am actually going back and I'm kind of remastering it, brightening it up a little bit, making it a little bit more visually appealing and sound appealing. And one of the things we're going to be seeing is an original score by the incredibly talented Bernard Kier, whose resume includes Prime Survival, which is a Jurassic Park fan film, which you guys should definitely check out. It's got over 1 million views. But we've been currently talking, and we're going to try to get this original score done. Now, in terms of when you're going to see the fan film again, which will be on this channel, you're going to be seeing that around, I'd say, March this year. And the reason you're going to be seeing it there is because it's going to be the 85th anniversary of the original Kong this March, which brings me to the King Kong reviews this month. So season 4 is gonna be dealing with the fan films, and I'm gonna be reviewing a lot of fan films that I've come across, and I'm gonna be reviewing them in certain pieces. But it's gonna be a little different because this March I'm also planning something kind of big. I don't even know if I'm gonna get it done, but it's something I kind of thought that'd be cool, and it would be basically a whole month-long thing of Kong-related videos in March as a celebration of the 85th anniversary. And I'm thinking about calling it like 85 years of Kong. And 85 years of Kong, and basically it would be a thing of all these different videos from my channel, just talking about stuff, reviewing stuff with people, and just basically overall discussing 85 years worth of King Kong, which I think is a really cool idea to do. So it's kind of like a celebration in a way. So that's happening in March, and that's going to be the start of season 4. I've got essentially 4 marathons to do in 2018, and I'll just say it right now. So you have the Kong reviews starting in March. You've got the Star Wars Saga reviews, which will start in May, and it'll be basically a 3-part review of the original trilogy, and that's what I'm currently also working on right now, which is like making a huge kind of big production with Star Wars, because I love Star Wars, but I want to make these reviews really special. So you will definitely see those in May. I may put out another trailer for you guys to get you a bit more of a sort of what's happening. And basically that's going to be happening in May. June is what I'm calling Jurassic June, which is essentially going to be the continuation of the Jurassic Park Legacy reviews, where I will another 4 reviews in terms of the next film coming out. So you're going to get a review of some of the games, but most notably the arcade game from 1994. You're going to be getting a review of the ride, and you're going to be getting a review of the toys that I currently own, and at the end you'll be getting a review of Fallen Kingdom. So that's happening in June, and then it's going to be about a 2-month break, or 3-month break, because October I am now officially going to be doing Mummy Month, and that's something the scripts are essentially finished. I just didn't have time to work on them this year, but I'm pushing them to next year. So that's going to be our big Halloween special next year, and eventually that will happen in the end of October. So that's our current schedule. But there might be other videos in between. There's other ideas and short films I've kind of come up with. But basically, the big shift and change is that this will officially be, starting November 20th, the official BigJackFilms YouTube channel. And the old channel will be under my name, but there's not going to be any videos on that channel. There might be like a little link to like our channel now, but that'll come right after November 20th. So that's what you can expect for the next few months, essentially in most of the year. So that's what's been happening. And aside from that, just, trying to make YouTube a career now. And I have to say, first of all, I have to thank you all so much for supporting this channel. Like, 1,500 subscribers may not be a lot, but it means a lot to me. And if I can entertain that many people, I think I'm satisfied. So trying to make this a career is a huge risk, and I understand that, but I'm going to really push it because I love this format. I love making videos, and I just love entertaining you guys. So I just want to say, bottom of my heart, thank you so much for subscribing and everything and so on. And again, if you want to help support the channel, link below to our Patreon account, and you can support us there. So enough with the emotional banter. One thing I also want to point out is that I'm gonna probably, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna film a pickup vlog, because I haven't done one of those in a while. So you'll be getting that as well. So that's kind of the current stuff happening. But in the meantime, let's boom it and answer a couple of questions. So I'll just start off with the ones coming in. So if you guys got a question, comment. Bob says, "Do you watch the Angry Grandpa show?" I did. I kind of lost my interest in it, and it's not necessarily because of the people there. Like, I love Angry Grandpa; he's a really cool guy. It's just I haven't had the time or day to watch really any of the recent stuff, and I know he's sick, and I'm praying to God he's okay. Because I really hope he pulls through, because I love Angry Grandpa. Do I have some Jurassic Park toys? Here's the story about that. I had a fuckload of Jurassic Park toys as a kid. But then I sold them at a garage sale. And then all the movies come out. The new movie comes out, like, I want my fucking toys back. So I've been currently collecting the old toys I used to have as a kid, not to mention a few new ones. So once the Jurassic Park Legacy Reviews comes out, you will see a whole episode of what I currently own in terms of Jurassic Park merchandise. Yeah, thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Oh, I'm not signed off yet. I'm not signed off yet, Huey. I've still got a few questions here to answer. I do like the tooth to claw thing. Yeah, Huey. At some point, I will be in the Skype chat. I just have to. I want to finish up this live stream and everything and answer a few questions. Wow, who needs a short, simple video updates? I know, right? Exactly. I'm thinking this is going to be how I'm going to do updates now. I don't need to do a video on it. I can just basically live stream it and tell you guys what's going on. How old are you? I am 25. I may not look that. It's funny because I've gotten a lot of people saying, like, how old are you? I'm like, 25. They're like, shut the fuck up. You look 19. I'm like, hey, you know, got young looks. And I like to consider that I think I like to have a bit of elvish kind of bloodline in my system, even though elves don't exist, but I like to think they do. So it makes me feel a little bit more immortal in a sense. So that's pretty cool. Have you seen the It 2017 movie yet? No, I have not, and I've got a buddy of mine who wants to see it, and I just haven't seen many movies this year. The next movie I'm definitely seeing is Star Wars: The Last Jedi. It 1990 or 2017. Again, I haven't seen the new It movie, so I'm not too sure, although I like the 1990 movie because it's just a fucking comedy. Tim Curry is the fucking right in that movie. He's fucking hilarious. I'd like to talk to you during the live stream. Yeah, it's like not this time, Huey, but next time, yeah, I could probably get you on if that's cool. Signed a petition. I don't sign petitions often. Honestly, like I think in some areas they are like depending on what they are, but most of the time they're a little annoying. You know what? I've only started to get big into horror films, Armando. So I haven't even seen Freddy vs. Jason yet, even though I own it. So I don't know when I'd be able to get to that. I don't watch Markiplier. I don't watch any of the huge YouTube names. Essentially, the only one that comes close right now is JonTron. I don't care what people say. I like JonTron. I think he's fucking hilarious. Yes, I am definitely a kid. Look at this shit. Look at this shit in my room. I am a total freaking 90s kid. And like, even though I was born in 92, I'm a freaking 90s kid. You know, like, look at all this shit. Look at all the shit I have in the background. There's more in this place. So, yeah, definitely 90s kid. Let's see, Death Riders versus Raptors, JP Raptors. I've seen Howard. You know what? I've seen Howard the Duck, and I actually kind of like it because I think it's funny. I think it's actually really hysterical, even though it's fucking weird. Like weird combination of Disney, Marvel, and George Lucas. Play the thing now. What do you think of? Let's see. Next year, Attack on Titan. Think you can make a sequel to your Lost World remake video? If so, could you use the points I made? Yeah, I might actually do that at some point. I have a huge list, Huey, on my phone of all these basically list of Let's Talks I want to do. I'll write that down. I will definitely write that down right now, actually, because I will put it on my to-do list. Because Let's Talk is becoming a huge popular show right now, and I want to actually continue that. So you'll definitely see that at some point. So let's see here. Don't mind me. I'm just doing this shit. Let's see. In the meantime, I'll just I guess I'll answer a few questions here. If you can make a sequel to okay, already read that. Born 1988. Have you seen Shawshank Redemption? I've seen bits and pieces of it, but like I like to think that like both Shawshank and Green Mile share the same universe. So all right, there we go, Huey. I'll add that to my list. So I'll definitely do that at some point. How would you have felt if the DCEU Batman was in the same character from the first two Tim Burton films? That and Christopher Reeve's Superman, I would have been all for it. If they had just planned it in the 90s, I think they would have beaten Marvel to the punch. I know 90s kids are the best, man. I know, it's fucking amazing. And yes, I know I need a haircut. If Japan makes a crossover in the style of Frame Roger Rabbit, fuck yeah, that is my fucking dream. Fucking, Roger Rabbit, but with fucking anime. That's fucking amazing. Dracula 1979, is that the one one with Christopher Lee called Count Dracula? I'm not too sure. Avengers Age of Ultron, looking back on it, like when I first saw it, I thought it was fun. But I don't think it really has the same charm as the first Avengers, honestly. My favorite YouTubers are you, the Nostalgia Critic, and Angry Video Game Nerd. Alejandro, I really appreciate you putting me in the ranks of those guys. And they're fun to talk to. James is a fan of the show, which I think is incredible. And Doug has been a huge supporter in terms of, like, helping me with some advice and shit. So that's good to have those guys on board. Have you seen The Monster Squad? That's on my list of terms of horror movies I need to watch. I just need to obtain a copy. All right, let's see. What monster should be in the Monsterverse? If you saw my Godzilla vs. Kong video, I want Gigan. I really want Gigan at some point. And I'm trying to think who else I would want. Pretty much Gigan or even Gorosaurus I would want in the legendary Kaijuverse. What anime characters would you want to see in Who Framed Roger Rabbit style crossover? Basically the Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Gundam, Inuyasha. I think even Galleon, even though I haven't watched that yet. Sword Art Online, Rosario Vampire, the works. So there's a couple on there I'd want. No, I have not seen Dracula 1979. Actually, my personal favorite is Bela Lugosi. That Dracula is fucking timeless. If you'd be interested in if the Indominus Rex is part of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, I don't think they're in the same continuity. Yeah, Jurassic. You know what? Looking back on that review of Jurassic Park 3, I think I was a little harsh because there was stuff I did like about that film, but there was a lot of stuff that completely was a huge slap in the face to the Jurassic Park legacy. That's something I felt like kind of fucked the movie up. Could I do a team up for some? Let's talk about it. You know what? That'd be a good idea, Huey. I'll pitch that to you at some point. That'd be a good idea to do. I don't know how we'd be able to do it because, like, a lot of my Let's Talks are done improvised and non-scripted. But I could try to plan a scripted one and just kind of just write down what I think, run it by you, and then you put your stuff in and we film back to back. That'd be a good idea, actually. Would you have liked it Doug Walker got in contact with Doug Lannis who played Peter Boomer? That would actually be kind of funny. Did Christopher Reeve get into horse racing? Yes, he did, and that's why he got paralyzed and eventually he died, which was really sad. I remember that being all over the news. What is your top 10 Universal Monster movies? That's a list I should probably do at some point. Maybe one Halloween I will get to that. I love the Valley of Guanji. I don't know why the hell it doesn't get that much attention. It's cowboys versus dinosaurs, and it's like the greatest combination of all time. If they remake it, I'd be concerned, but I would also be very interested to see what they do with it. But as long as it's given to like if Peter Jackson directed it, I'd be like, okay, let's go. Let's do this. Who would win if Popeye fought? Popeye would probably squish Money Mouse. I'm a big Popeye fan. I used to watch that shit on Cartoon Network all the time. Would you be interested in doing an interview? That'd be a possibility, Jack Hamilton. I'll have to look into that. You'll have to give me a contact and everything. I'll have to plan my schedule. I'm always looking for free publicity. What are your thoughts on The Mummy 2017? For me, it's my Phantom Menace or Jurassic Park 3. I have yet to see the 2017 Mummy movie. I gotta obtain a copy first, but I wanted to see it, but then I saw all the shitty reviews and I was like, oh fuck, maybe I don't want to see this now. But it's definitely planned for Mummy Month at some point. Who will win the fight, Red Hulk or Hulk? Hulk. Sorry, I don't know much about Red Hulk. Thank you very much, Inuyasha Dinosaur 101. Thank you. Yeah, Huey, go ahead. Go ahead. Do remake Valley of Guanji at some point. I will be a front row seat for that shit. What do you think What do you think of Will Smith and the genie as Aladdin? You know what? That whole Aladdin movie is just kind of at this point. Frankly, I'm more excited for Lion King, but the casting of Will Smith as the genie, I don't think it's going to work too well. I think it's actually because I never thought of Will Smith as funny. Like, I know he did The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but I never watched that show, and I don't know if he's funny. You know who would have been amazing as the genie in this live-action movie? Ryan fucking Reynolds. Yes, I know that the Marvel movie Disney doesn't approve of because it's R-rated and, family. But Ryan Reynolds as the genie would just fucking Deadpool the shit out of it for a family audience, and it would still be funny. It would still be hysterical. That would have been a good opportunity for them. Plus, they could have made a reference to Deadpool, and I don't know why they didn't do that. So that's my thoughts on the whole thing with Will Smith as the genie. We'll have to see when he finds out. Are you going to review Popeye the movie? Is that the one with Robin Williams? Maybe. That may be a possibility at some point. I don't know. It's way off my radar right now. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, that movie, that scene where Hulk smashed Loki hit me laugh my ass off. Super Mario Logan who? I don't know who that is. I wanted to give Will Smith a chance, Huey. I just don't know. It seems a little miscast, in my opinion. Like, I'm sure he's very funny. I just think he's a little miscast. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Jack, I will get back to you on that. What unmade Will O'Brien movie would you like to see unmade? Fucking War Eagles! Like, it's the ending concept alone. Giant eagle things from Lord of the Rings fighting the Nazi Air Force in New York and the top of the skyline of New York. How the fuck has nobody done that yet? How has nobody done that yet? And Peter Jackson needs to do that. He has the puppets. He's a huge fan. Peter Jackson, I'm looking at you. If you even at all watch this live stream, make War Eagles. People will pay to see that. It's original, it's creative, and that's what I think. Yeah, I know, that's what I think. Like, Ryan Reynolds is basically an R-rated genie. I'm a big Godzilla fan more than a King Kong fan. Good for you. King Kong crossover with, well, I will give a little spoiler on a little hint to the season finale of my Kong reviews. You will get something like that, Jared. You will definitely get something like that. I'm not going to say what, but you will get something like that in the finale. No, I don't want the genie to be exactly like he is in the original movie, and I don't mind different. It's just like different humor, essentially. I know, like Ryan Reynolds, I feel like could give a bit more of a different humor, but still stay true to the genie we grew up with. Like, my only concern with Will Smith is that if this goes wrong, people are going to be completely saying this is an insult to Robin Williams and everything. And I love Robin Williams. God bless that man. He was an incredible human being. It's just like I'm not against it. I'm not against Will Smith being cast. I'm just concerned. Is all I'm saying. I'm not totally against it or anything. I'm willing to give him a chance, but I'm just concerned. I like, for me personally, I would have cast Ryan Reynolds. I know, it's exactly. Hashtag make War Eagles. Send that shit to Jackson if he has a Twitter or something. I don't know. By the way, follow me on Twitter. I have Twitter, by the way. I do have Twitter. What anime would you want to see have a crossover with Jurassic Park? If you count that undubbed episode of Sailor Moon where they do find a dinosaur, I guess. Or there's it'd have to be more of a realistic anime in my opinion. Exactly, Huey. That Jumanji movie I'm so torn on. Like, I'm so torn. I think it's gonna be bad in my opinion. But again, if they explain the continuity between the two films and how a fucking board game's powers play system, then I'll be like, okay, maybe this might make sense. You know, I haven't seen the Broadway Aladdin, but I've seen the kind of show they did at one of the Disney parks, and I thought actually that guy was super funny who played the genie. Like, he was making a joke about some guy on one of the audience members in the balcony seats making an Abraham Lincoln joke. I'm like, dude, you're making a really dark joke here in a fucking Disney park, but that's fucking amazing. So, like, if you go look up that clip, he does at some point make a joke about Lincoln in that show, which that was an interesting take. So, thoughts on Jurassic World Evolution? It looks nice. I've never played those, like, really that kind of Jurassic Park game. I've never played, like, the original one that was based on, I forget what it's even called, like the Park Builder game. I never played that. So, but it looks nice. It looks the graphics look incredible. That's all I can really say about that. Ricky of the Story of Ricky, I've heard of it, but I've never watched it, and nor do I really plan to. Have I seen the new DuckTales TV series? I've heard mixed things about it. I saw mostly Doug's review of the DuckTales review. I thought that was interesting. And the thing is, I kind of watched DuckTales as a kid. But honestly, the only episode I really remember off the top of my head is probably my personal favorite episode is The Duck and the Iron Mask. That is my personal favorite episode of DuckTales. So I know it's probably just filler, it's just a random episode, but hey, I like that one. Oh yeah, was it today or the day before Godzilla's birthday? I'm not too sure. What are my thoughts on Tim Burton's Dumbo? Ooh. I don't know. I have to see a trailer in order to decide. I can't really decide in terms of, like, Tim Burton, I'm sure will do fine. Like, you know what I want to see? I want to see his interpretation of the pink elephant scene where Dumbo gets drunk and starts hallucinating. Tim Burton is a master of hallucination. Like, I swear to God, I love Tim Burton, but he's smoking some shit, man. He has got some sort of illegal substance that he does to come up with this creative, crazy shit. So I want to see what he does with the pink elephant scene. That alone will make the movie worth it. If we see the pink elephant scene by Tim Burton, because that'll be freaking weird. And again, as long as they stay true to the original, like stay true to the heart of the original, because Dumbo is one of my personal favorites. Again, we'll have to see. What do I think of Doug's review of The Mummy '99? When I first heard that, like in terms of his review of The Mummy and his upcoming review of Dragon Ball Evolution, two movies of which I do want to review at some point. I was scared because I was thinking, oh, guys, because I had written my scripts beforehand, and I was thinking, oh no, he's probably just gonna do the same thing I do. But thankfully, his review, like the Mummy review, I thought actually he gave some interesting points that I didn't notice, and I thought it was very funny. I still am one of those people who think Doug is really funny. He's actually got a knack for some good humor right now. He's found his sense of humor, which, you know, is really great for Doug's. But yeah, I thought his review was good. I can't wait till he reviews the other three films, or like even like Mummy Returns, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, and Scorpion King. Can't wait till he goes into that shit. That's gonna be fucking funny. Fuck yeah, I hate Jaws 3D. That movie sucks. You know, Jaws the Revenge was actually more tolerable. I'm sorry, people who don't like that fourth Jaws film. I actually like that more than 3D. 3D fails not necessarily for its plot. It's because its effects are fucking terrible. They're almost as bad as I wouldn't say as bad as Asylum, but they're fucking bad. Those effects. Those are terrible effects. Let's see here. Did you love the Kong Skull Island movie? Yes, that was actually one of the better movies of this year, in my opinion. That was the one movie I was looking forward to. Actually, more than Star Wars. I'm looking forward to Star Wars, but Kong nailed every expectation I had. Let's see here. Spending continuity error, second trend. What are your thoughts on the movie ride? I like the Florida one. Not a fan of the Hollywood one. The Hollywood one, they replaced ET, and two, it's extremely short. But I do prefer the Florida one, even though it replaced Confrontation, which I'm still pissed off at. Just 3D is a guilty pleasure for me. As for Revenge, I'll stick with the TV broadcast version. Reasonable enough because it had the better ending, in my opinion. It did have the better ending. The ending to the theatrical is just fucking atrocious. It pops like a balloon. The shark pops like a balloon. And I mean, even as a kid, I thought the shark sometimes looked like a balloon. But yeah, okay. So I'm gonna answer like maybe 3 more questions. And I won't include this next one, but after that, I got to get going. I just thought I'd give you guys updates what's going on. First of all, do you watch Spazmaster? Fuck yeah. Spazmaster is amazing. If you guys want a really good in-depth look at Universal Studios Hollywood, go look up Spazmaster right now and watch his videos. He is a guy who doesn't get that much attention, but his production value is really good. He deserves a lot more viewers out there. So go look up Spazmaster. Go watch his Universal Studios retrospective in the Hollywood one, and go check that out because he was actually a huge inspiration for me to do the Confrontation and the Universal Studios reviews for the rides that I enjoy. He was a huge inspiration. Same with Some Jerk with the Camera. So go watch their content and then like tell me it's amazing. So that's I'll include that. So 3 more questions. What are your thoughts on the Dumbo new design for the remake? I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to look into that and make a decision on that. What franchise do you want Universal to bring back to the parks? Well, they've already brought back Kong, so I guess either the obvious decision would either be Jaws or Back to the Future. I just heard they had just purchased some new land, and if anything, those would be the 2 rides I would want the most to come back. And I think there's still areas in that franchise that could do that. All right, one more question. Let's see. All right. The last question we're going to give to is for CJ. What is your favorite Star Wars movie? The original 1977 unaltered theatrical release of Star Wars is my personal favorite. I love that movie since I was a kid, and I actually, it was one, like, actually I did see the special editions in theaters, but I like that one the most. Is my personal favorite Star Wars because it's the first one. It's the one that started it and started the whole like franchise. So I'm a fan of also mostly original work, so the original uncut version of Star Wars. And if you want to ask me what is the best quality version to get there, there's a cut out there. I can't remember who did it. I think it's by Team Negative, and they restored an original 35 millimeter print of Star Wars from the theaters from 1977. Look up the Team Negative print. That is the best quality version of Star Wars out there. I even would say it's better than the despecialized edition. So go look up that version. Team Negative, Star Wars 1977. That is the one you want to watch if you want to watch the definitive version of the original Star Wars. But yeah, guys, that's it for this live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. I just thought I'd give you guys some updates of what's to come and all the stuff happening in the future. So I really appreciate you guys coming in, asking me all these questions. But for now, I'm going to say like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Support us on Patreon, and I'll see you guys later. This is BigJackFilms, signing off. Bye!